Hey creative friends, welcome back to Hazelnuts. Today I will show you how I made this resin artwork from mixing the colors to casting the shapes and building the Porsche. So let's get started. I lightly spray the canvas with a bit of water. This helps the paint for the background spread more evenly and flow better. For the background color, I'm using Simple Black. I think the lighter colors will really stand out nicely on the top of it later. The base layer now needs to dry for about 1 hour before I can continue. Now I'm mixing my resin. This time I'm using resin with a 1:1 mixing ratio. I'm still testing different resins, and for this piece I chose one that's a bit thicker than the one I use in my older videos. When I pour the two parts together, I let them run over a mixing stick. This helps reduce bubbles, but there are quite a few small bubbles in the resin at this point. But I have a trick for that coming up. Now I stir the mixture for about 5 minutes. Then I pour it into a fresh cup and stir again. This step really helps the two parts mix well, especially at the bottom of the cup where they sometimes don't blend properly. If you stir well, you also get fewer streaks or dull spots in the finished artwork. Next, I placed the resin in a warm water bath, about 50 degrees, for around 5 minutes. This makes most of the bubbles rise to the top and pop. By the way, most resins are self-leveling, which means they will spread out evenly and the last bubbles will often disappear while curing. Now it's time to mix the colors. I'm using special pigments made for resin and also alcohol inks to color the resin. I'm really excited to see if everything works and if the materials blend well together. I start with black pigment. I add about 2 or 3 scoops and mix it in carefully. With the gold pigment, I noticed right away that the resin gets thicker. You really don't need much to get a nice effect. I'm especially curious about the alcohol inks. The resin stays quite transparent when I mix them in, and I wonder if the colors will sink or still show in the final piece. But we will see at the end. I also pour a little bit of each mixtures into smaller cups. That way I have some extra if I need to fix or add details after pouring. If you know our channel, you know we always add a model car as a highlight. This time I wanted to do something special. Some of you might remember a while ago we made a piece with a glass Porsche. I made a silicone mold from that Porsche so I could cast my own resin Porsche. I will quickly show you how I made the mold and then we are ready to pour. The cast isn't completely bubble-free, but that doesn't matter for what I have planned today. First, I need to fix the resin Porsche 911 onto the canvas. I pour a bit of resin onto the artwork so it stays in place. And now, finally, I mix my pour cup. I start with green. Then add a little black and gold. Then a bit more pearl white because I want the surface to be lighter. And last, I add some peach. Wow, look at what's already happening in this cup. The colors look amazing. I'm so excited to pour this. Okay, now it's getting exciting. Here comes the pour. Oh wow, this looks so good. I just need to make a moment to enjoy the colors unfold. And I can already tell color combination is just perfect. I'm tilting the resin a bit now to shape it nicely. I'm also being careful so the Porsche doesn't move. Okay, now I love the shape. I leave it like this to cure for 24 hours. It's the next day. Now I'm mixing a smaller batch. This time I'm making sure the mix isn't too light. I want more green and peach, so the layer stands out from the background. Same process as yesterday, but the patterns I am already seeing look really good. At the end, I want to show you the final result with some nice close-up shots. And I really want to say thank you to all our subscribers. We are so happy to have each of you. It's so great to connect with you in the comments and hear your thoughts. And if you like our videos, that really helps us. Thank you so much. A special thank you also to our members and to everyone who supports us with a super thanks. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful time. We will see and hear each other next Sunday.